Hi there, this is a video explanation of the Louisiana Purchase. So a little historical background to start. The United States first declared independence from Britain in 1776 when they signed the Declaration of Independence, and then they officially received their independence from the British following the Revolutionary War in 1783. Thomas Jefferson was elected the third United States president in 1800, and at the time there were only 16 states in the country. So that kind of sets the stage for the Louisiana Purchase. So as we know, from the 1600s, French explorers and fur trappers and traders had claimed an awful lot of land in North America, mostly along the Mississippi River. And they held that land for many, many years until the end of the French and Indian War. As we learned, part of the end of the French and Indian War was the British gained all of that land. The French gave it up. They temporarily gave that land to Spain for a short while, but actually reclaimed it in 1801. So the French are kind of back on the scene. The problem for Americans in that year, in 1801, is that the French leader is this guy right here, Napoleon Bonaparte, who's known for being a military general who tried to create a French empire and conquer Europe. So not exactly the type of guy that you want living next door. But Napoleon faced a lot of problems himself. So throughout his time running the country of France, his main rival was Britain, and he was kind of constantly at war with them. He also was trying to deal with a slave revolt in the island of Haiti, which was owned by France in the Caribbean. So Napoleon needed a lot of money, and he needed to get rid of some headaches across the Atlantic. So he didn't want to be distracted by issues all the way across the Atlantic Ocean while he's trying to deal with the British closer to home. So France offered to sell the entire Louisiana territory, which is what you can see on the map there, to the United States. It's 828,000 square miles for only $15 million. Napoleon just wants to get rid of the land so that he can deal with things closer to home and have the money to be able to fight against the British. So that works out to just 3 cents an acre for the United States to double the size of the country in one fell swoop. So Jefferson decides to purchase the land in 1803, effectively doubling the size of the nation. So here again is the territory purchased by the United States in 1803. So then the next step is to explore that land. So Thomas Jefferson put together a corps of discovery that would explore the territory that he had just purchased. It was led by these two men here, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, and they actually set out on their expedition from Pittsburgh in August of 1803. So they set out from where the convention center stands today in downtown Pittsburgh. And their goals were to find a route to the Pacific Ocean, so they wanted to make it all the way across the continent. They wanted to document the wildlife that they discovered and create maps showing the terrain, so to literally map out what Thomas Jefferson had purchased, and then to establish better relationships with Native American tribes that they encountered along the way. To help them in their journey, they actually were assisted greatly by a French fur trapper whose name was Toussaint Charbonneau and his wife, Sacagawea, also known as Sacagawea. Their ability to translate, to negotiate with Native Americans, to help them navigate, find food, etc., were crucial to the success of the Corps of Discovery. They actually saved Meriwether Lewis and William Clark's lives on at least one occasion. And in November of 1805, they finally reached the Pacific Ocean, and then they made it back to St. Louis in September of the following year. So this Corps of Discovery gave Thomas Jefferson the maps, some scientific documentation, information about tribes that he would not have had otherwise after purchasing the Louisiana Territory. And this kind of kicks off this massive movement of Americans further west. So the reports from Meriwether Lewis and William Clark in this Corps of Discovery made people feel very motivated to leave these kind of overpopulated, crowded cities that they were living in back in the East and to explore this available land out west. So there's an opportunity for adventure, which was exciting to many people. It's a fresh start. There's chances for perhaps jobs, to claim a bunch of land, and to live in this area that was reportedly incredibly abundant and beautiful. And so this purchase of the Louisiana Territory in 1803 kicks off this period of westward expansion for the new American nation. Hope this helps you understand the Louisiana Purchase. Thanks for watching.